Hare Krishna. Om Jnanam Jnanam Shalakaya Chakshramritam Yena Tasmai Shri Hare Krishna. So I'll just continue the discussion. So hopefully um, we will try to conclude this topic of why bhakti is so special compared to karma and jnana. Because after this, whole of Bhagavatam will not have this concept. So before uh, we try to uh, we will try to conclude it. So I will just show you the PPT. I'll just share with you. We should be clear with what it means to be no karma and not no karma. How bhakti cleans compared to karma and jnana. So that should be clear. So that is the job. So just give me a second. I'm sharing the screen for you. Mhm. This time. So, so this karma, you see, is so complicated it is. So hidden mechanics of human action, karma, vasana, and the path of freedom. So central brand, why do we repeatedly perform actions we know are harmful despite our best intention to stop? So the mechanism of karma and karma vasana. Karma is action, vasana is the impressions, revealing how human consciousness becomes trapped in a self-deceptive loop and how the precise science of bhakti yoga provides the psychological intervention required to cut the root of bondage. So here you are seeing a small on the side. So karma from vasana, karma comes. Bhakti yoga intervenes. It causes liberation in the sense we'll get bhakti. So, but otherwise, what happens if bhakti is not there? It's a uh, self destructive loop. From karma vasana, you again you perform action, again karma like that. And so there are two things. Every action has two distinct consequences. One is reaction part, and the another is impression vasana. So, like here, the example is given. The immediate consequences experience or result of an activity. It is outward, temporary, and ends when the experience is over. Example of eating mango. The subtle imprint left on the mind after the experience. It is inward, permanent, and carves a deep groove, sanskara, into consciousness. So the memory of mango sweetness that triggers a future craving, or it can be negative also. You have done something and you got very bad experience, that also. So the key insight is the vasana is far more dangerous than phala. While the reaction dissipates, the impression persists, silently waiting to dictate your future actions. Right? And further we go. So Vasana loop is a self-reinforcing engine of bondage. So action, and then there is enjoyment, phala, enjoying experience, immediate pleasure. But there is impression also, the memory of sweet taste impression in the mind. And that impression takes what? That creates desire. Upon seeing a mango later, the mind activates the impressions that want to do. So this all we know. This is all already you heard hundreds of times. Now, the core diagnosis, we do not act for from free will. So this is the most important point. We are not acting free will. Each time we follow the loop, we reinforce the script. The groove becomes deeper and deeper, this one, and our action becomes entirely automatic. You're understanding? So we want to act independently, but it is not happening because we are getting caught in this. And further, we do not experience reality, we experience our past impressions. I like, I don't like. So the stored vasanas action, and our consciousness is projecting our vasanas only. So psychological state where all actions are driven by accumulated vasanas. So just as projector always films images onto a blank screen, regardless of what is actually in the room. So the conditioned mind projects past memory patterns onto the present moment. So now what I am seeing is based on my impressions only. So we evaluate every interaction, situation, and person purely through the binary lens of past attractions and aversions. So this is all clear. Now here comes the main point. The deepest root of disease is the bodily conception of life. So in karma and jnana, this concept is still there. So above the surface, the symptoms are food addictions, physical pleasures, anger patterns, ego defense, social media validation, that is superficial approval. All these things are bodily concept. Below the surface is dehatma buddhi, right? So the logic of disease is because we falsely identify as the body's pleasure becomes my pleasure, the body's pain becomes my pain. All surface level vasanas flows from the single false identification, the independent enjoyer. And evaluating the physical flex. So what happens now? Karma, jnana, and bhakti, the three things. What is the mechanics? In karma, following rules to neutralize the reactions of past sins clears the karmic debt. This is clear for all of you. People do prayaschitta, they go to temples, they do Navagraha puja, they go to all the Jyotirlingas to perform Abhisheka and Narayana, Narabali, and all these things. So, what remains unfixed is, so in Karma Kanda, we are neutralizing the sins to a greater extent. But what remains, the core desire to enjoy independently remains fully intact. So, the habit of creating debt remains. And the taste factor is the material taste remains dominant. You are seeing? So, we are getting free, but the desire is there and the taste is there. Now, when it comes to jnana, cultivate philosophical detachment to remove gross material attachment. Now, grossly it is gone, but settled selfishness remain. What is that settled selfishness? The desire for liberation from suffering, not loving service. So, this is the problem with the jnana part. So, they have this desire to enjoy. And what happens? uh, Relief from pain, but not positive overriding taste. So they don't have any positive taste, but they have freedom from suffering. Whereas bhakti, it replaces self-centered desire with a desire to serve Krishna. So there is no separate atonement or no separate cultivation of any of these things. This is clear, no? So there is no separately doing. It is only for the service of Krishna. We are just working on pleasing Krishna. We desire to serve Krishna. That's all. Now, what is happening? The root is cut. The constitutional position of the soul is actually restored. So, what is the root? This Dehatma Buddhi. We are cutting this part only. We are telling, no, I am not the body. I am spirit soul. I am servant of Krishna. So, the immediate access to higher spiritual taste at the level of soul. So, soul has experienced something completely different from all these lifetimes. Soul has experienced a glimpse of what it is mean to be selfless and serve Krishna. Even though we didn't get the highest level, but we got the glimpse. That is what the soul needs. And because of that one taste, little bit, immediately it is cutting the root. So this is where the difference happens. And now the next point is Bhakti Yoga intervenes by restoring the soul's constitutional position, false identification, fracturing. So this is what is happening with the, because the soul is separately enjoying, independent of body and mind. You're understanding? Soul is getting separate enjoyment. Till now, what the soul is getting is, it is getting what the body and mind is getting. It is because it is identifying with body and mind, it is getting what body and mind is giving. But now here he is getting separate both of them. So the desire to serve has come here. So the transformative shift is bhakti does not simply manage the symptoms. It introduces a complete new orientation. The individual transition from wanting to enjoy independently to desire to serve Krishna. We didn't get, we are not completely serving Krishna, but the soul got taste, which is independent of body and mind. Presently, what all taste we are getting, soul is just watching the movie where the body and mind are enjoying, and soul is like observing it and thinking it is happening to me. Suddenly, soul got something directly to itself. So, there the point is that. So, the constitutional soul is not a self sufficient enjoyer. By nature, the soul is a servant meant to exist in a loving relation with Krishna. So the implication is, even if old vasanas still exist in the mind, the heart now contains a new desire. The fundamental reorientation strives the old roots of their power. Okay. And what is the mechanism of transformation is displacement, not suppression. You see here the graph, souls soul lives higher taste, level higher taste, that is ananda. So the example is, when we switch off the fan, when we switch off the fan of a ceiling, the blades continue to rotate out of momentum, but they are no longer powered. Similarly, when one begins bhakti, the tendency to do wrong remains briefly, but the person no longer derives genuine taste from it. This is another important point. The taste will not be the same compared to what a materialistic enjoys for a devotee. Because the mechanism of higher is the soul connected to Krishna begins to experience its actual constitutional bliss. This higher taste actively competes with the old vasanas. The old patterns lose their power because a higher pleasure has replaced the lower ones. So, understanding the three phases of accumulated karma. So, first is total accumulated karma, that is aprarabdha, unmanifested karma, Bhak- eradicated immediately by bhakti. The first part is finished. Then there is prarabdha. So prarabdha is manifested karma, the current body, family, circumstances already in motion. So that will continue. The promise of bhakti is sincere devotional practice burns the unmanifested seed of prarabdha, preventing future karmic entanglement. And the reality of present is the karma already in motion, prarabdha, continues to play out in lifetime. However, the management of this output radically changes because it is managed by Krishna now. Okay, clear till now. Now, karma is administered differently for devotees. First is manager Maya for non devotees. Karma operates blindly and mechanically. Action inevitable yields reactions without regard for spiritual progress or personal compassion. Maya does not see both of them. It does not see whether you are progressing spiritually, and it does not show any compassion. Suffering is purely mechanical. Now, when it comes to devotees, the remaining prarabdha karma is placed under direct personal control of Krishna. So, Krishna gives, and reactions are uh, curated and managed for optimal spiritual development. What makes us maximum direction to spirituality, that is given here. So the practical difference is like difficulties, illness, loss are no longer random karmic reactions for a devotee. They are intelligently designed interventions arranged specifically to remove attachment and serve the devotee's highest spiritual growth. You are seeing the difference? When we say devotee don't have karma, in the sense, Krishna takes care of it. And whatever losses, difficulties, they are not random karmic reactions, they are intelligently designed by Krishna. Intervened arranged specifically to remove our attachment and serve the devotee highest spiritual growth. The shift from emotional impulse to spiritual intelligence. So here we see there are triggers for our event. Any action I am doing, I have vasanas, that's why I do here. I like, I don't like, I want, I react. So that is emotional level, vasana driven. And then comes the intellectual guide, that is Shastra guides. So we pause, we consult wisdom, Guru Sadhu Shastra, we evaluate, and then we come out of it, break out of that loop. Otherwise, we are caught up in the same loop. I like, I don't like, I like, I don't like. So, returns to, if we are in this cycle, we return to samsara. So, the problem with emotion is operating on I want, I don't want, is acting purely on contaminated past impressions. It guarantees a return to the cycle of karma. And the role of Shastra scripture is to provide an external pure reference point, that is spiritual intelligence, that exists above the script written by our past and act from preserved wisdom. Okay. So the practical framework is recognize the vasana pull. When repeating a behavior, ask what subconscious impression is driving this. When was the is desire first formed? Second is pause and consult shastras. When the impression arises, pause, ask, am I acting for karma from karma vasana or shastra buddhi? No. What does higher wisdom says about this moment? Then the third thing is act on higher intelligence. Substitute the vasana level emotional response with the shastric level understanding. This is replacement, not suppression. And the fourth is nourishing the higher taste. Actively create new devotional impressions through attentive japa, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and Sadhusanga. These actions, buddhi and friction, that slow the switch off the fan. And the next is the complete framework of freedom. So this desire, impression, vasana, action, this is vasana loop. Then the Shastra Buddhi intervention. There is higher taste and constitutional position restored. So what is the breakdown? The bodily concept of life creates automatic vasana loop. Shastra provides wisdom from outside the system to interrupt the reaction. Bhakti introduces a Krishna-centered desire, gaining a higher taste. Old vasana lose their power, and prarabdha karma is guided by Krishna. The soul returns to his eternal nature as a servant. So karma phala, karma vasana, sanskaras, dehatma buddhi, prarabdha, buddhi and sukriti. The ultimate promise of Bhakti Yoga is the true nature of the path. Bhakti is not merely a set of rituals or a test of willpower. It is precise science of conscious that replaces rather than suppressing our deepest condition. So the destination is by trusting Krishna's management and acting on higher intent, the old script finally loses its power. Free will, free servant, full of this home. So the main point is here. The root is cut. So uh, okay, I will share the another notes. So this is all the notes part. So same thing I made into PPT. Not I made. I made. So okay, we will come back to our Ajamila notes. Any questions, comments on this before we go ahead? Yes, Vrindavan Gopal.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, first of all, thank you very much, Prabhuji, for a very amazing presentation. So, Prabhuji, I have a doubt on a slide number 9. It's regarding to that Sanchita Karma and Prarabdha Karma. What happens to Sanchit Karma and specifically about Sanchit Karma? Nine
There are
number.
two karmas,
Yes,
Prabhu.
sir.
Here,
Yeah.
this is whatever is have in the few past, means many lifetimes and all. That is all removed by Krishna.
Mhm.
So that is not going to affect. It is eradicated immediately by bhakti because the person got the higher taste. So Krishna understood that this fellow changed his mindset, his mentality. So
Mhm.
immediately Krishna takes charge of it. He says, "No issue. I'll forgive for that." Only this lifetime's karma is taken care by Krishna. That he removes, and this lifetime's he utilizes to make us come closer to him. That's all. It is gone.
Okay.
Any other questions on this? Yes, Deepa Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji,
Dhanavad.
earlier when you had explained about the whole cycle of the Sanchita, Kuta, Bija, Prarabdha, Prarabdha, at that time you mentioned that Prarabdha also can go when the intensity of bhakti increases or the practices are increases. Could you little elaborate on that key, like how exactly, like does prarabdha completely go, or but we and when we see devotees suffering, we need to understand that it is Krishna's. But why would Krishna give a suffering? Like if devotee is actually learning and is turning towards Krishna and is doing all the practices, but still we see the suffering. So how do we understand that, Prabhuji?
See, Prarabdha is gone for all devotees because it is not under Maya now. It
Hmm.
is directly under Krishna for devotees.
Hmm.
For non devotees, it is Maya. Then it is called karma. But when it comes to devotees, it is not Prarabdha karma. It is directly Krishna.
Okay.
So, the what is a practical difference? The difficulties illness, loss, and all are no longer random karmic reaction. That means it is not prarabdha in one way. They are intelligently designed interventions arranged specifically to remove attachment and serve the devotee's highest spiritual growth. So, whatever problem we are getting for devotees, it is to help them devotees to progress towards Krishna only. Like, say,
Hmm.
in the childhood, did your mother punish you anytime? She bet you, she chastised you.
Hmm.
Did she
Yes.
love you? Then why did she
Yes.
do all these things to you?
Hmm.
To make you a good person. So when
Hmm.
Krishna is giving difficulties, he wants you to become a better devotee.
Hmm.
That's all. Why he is giving difficulty means he wants us to change the mentality. We still have that sinful mentality. Krishna wants to change it. So he's telling develop gratitude, develop humility, develop respect. Then I will leave you. Then you will not get punishment.
How do we see Maharajas like Jayavartak Maharaj is suffering so much, but already an exalted devotee? He already has no attachments and serve the like. I mean, there are many such examples like Kadambakanand Maharaj. So, what do we understand from that?
They are meant to give us inspiration. Like say now, Maharaj, in spite of that health, he is traveling, he is preaching, he is chanting, he is giving initiations. None of his service reduced.
Hmm.
Now, with so much inconvenience to the body, he cannot no alone he cannot go for bathroom or anything. Everybody
Hmm.
has to do for his body. So
Hmm.
his body is completely under control of 4 5 devotees.
Hmm.
He has nothing. He cannot control his body only. So
Hmm.
in spite of that, he is doing preaching and traveling and everything. Now, any of his disciples, if they get any bodily inconvenience, if they got fever or
Hmm.
anything, and
Hmm.
now they have any excuse of not doing bhakti? No excuse.
Hmm.
They'll say my Guru
Hmm.
Maharaj is 100 times more difficult in situation than myself. So how can I have an excuse to not to do bhakti? I have to do only. So in spite of that. So now it's a big example for the disciples. So they cannot complain that my life is in trouble. Or if your life is in trouble, then what about your Guru Maharaj? If
Hmm.
he is not stopping in his preaching, he is not complaining to Krishna, why like this you are doing to me? And he is not taking rest because his health is bad. He is doing all the things. So his disciples should learn from their Guru and do it. So Krishna utilizes his devotees, exalted devotees, to make us understand what is the intense desire to serve means and what is
Hmm.
selfless service means. So that
So
is
it's
an
like a
example.
practical lesson. Like we have
Yeah,
learned the theory, but this is practical. You see, you watch, somebody is
yeah.
doing it already.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
yes, Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams to you.
Dandavat.
Thank you so much. Today was beautiful. And of course, my question could be a repeat, but please do excuse me. I'm just trying to get the clarity. So you spoke extensively of the various types of karma, and prarabdha is something that cannot be changed. Like say, for example, your body, the kind of the family you're born in, the kind of the relations you're entangled with, so on and so forth. So, in case of a sadhaka, a practicing sadhaka, in case he or she is not able to get perfection in the very lifetime, so we see that they take birth in the next life in a kind of an environment that is completely feasible for the sadhaka to get perfection. Is my understanding right, Prabhuji?
Yeah,
So, in the new birth or the new life of the sadhaka, there will be nothing of prarabdha at all because the prarabdha of whatever the jiva has already been, gone through experience in the previous lifetime itself. So, in the new life, the new lease of life the sadhaka gets, that would be exclusively to perform bhakti and perfect. right?
No,
So,
need not be, because what happens is he has accumulated some more impressions in this lifetime also. So I am doing bhakti now.
huh,
I am full time doing bhakti, but
huh,
while doing bhakti also, if I associated with some devotees who are little envious, angry, or managementally political people, and
hmm,
then there is some tendency to watch news or something. So these
hmm.
are all going to come in my next life also. So it won't go.
So
If
that
I
is
have not cleared
impressions,
my
but not
anartha,
that is
it is.
impressions, but not sins, right? There is a difference between the impressions and
So
the actions committed, which results in sinful reactions, right, Prabhuji? The ones you
but
kind of now explain, like watching TV or mingling with materialistic people, the person does not act in that way because the
no, no,
sadhaka
wait a minute.
perfectly knows.
Wait.
Huh,
I'll tell. See, now I have a desire to watch, say somebody has a desire to watch movie. So they
okay.
have the impression. Now he is living his body. So next life, if he does not clear his desire to watch movies, when he get
Hmm,
next life the body, again he will continue to have the desire to watch the movies. It will not go like that because he did not clear it. The anartha nivritti did not take place. You continue to have the anarthas. Again, you have to next life you have to continue clearing the anarthas. So Krishna will give you the body accordingly because I have a desire to look good. I have a desire to eat, I have a desire to do certain things. Again, you get almost the same type of body with all the desires which you have now. And again, you have to work on all of them. So the it is not that it will go. It will act, it will come in a your body is your desire. Like a dog body is what? Dog body is the vasana of a dog is his body. So
mm-hmm,
if I am not cleared anartha nivritti, if I
hmm,
have cleared to a greater extent, then I may
hmm.
get a demigod body. I may not come devote a human body also. So it
No,
is
demigod
based on
body will not even apply in case of a sadhaka following bhakti because the desire is not there for a demigod body, right? Absolutely. Nowhere the sadhaka thinks about the body of a demigod, isn't it, Prabhuji? I mean,
no. It is not about thinking of a demigod body. It is a desire to enjoy. You get a higher level of enjoyment. That's all. Like say, if a devotee has a desire to associate with the opposite gender, then what happens? That means he has a desire to enjoy. So now he has done a good amount of bhakti. He will go to heaven and enjoy like demigods. How did the demigod get the body? They got the body because they want to enjoy. And because you are doing bhakti and you still cultivate very strong desires like that. And in case you tell to Krishna, maybe Krishna, I want to get married, I want to have this.
let's
But
assume,
you
no,
don't.
that is, I think we're talking about an extreme kind of a case because the moment the desire is strong, that doesn't become even pure bhakti practice, right? Because your goal is to kind of to fulfill your desires. But if the desire is a what you call a secondary thing as part of the anarthas, not as a desire or a goal, then all these things will not even apply then, right, Prabhuji?
No. It will see. I will tell you now. From this city to you go to another city,
Okay.
or you went from this temple to you join another temple congregation.
Okay.
Now, did your consciousness and your desires and all immediately change as soon as you go there, or you continue to remain like that for some more time? Will you change immediately as soon as you go to another place?
I mean, what desires is there between changing the temples or the congregation? I didn't understand.
Naini, say now today you travel to another city and you join another
Okay.
congregation.
Okay.
Will you be a changed person immediately or you will remain like that for some time?
I mean,
Today you took a ticket and you went to
maybe
say,
same. I mean, because the purpose of change is what matters than the
no,
change
no,
per
no, I am
se, right?
asking just simple question. You just tell, now
Okay.
you took a ticket and you
Huh.
went to some other, say you went to Delhi temple and
Okay.
you went and joined the congregation Delhi temple.
Okay. Okay.
Now, immediately everything changes for you, or it remains the same?
Me as a person will be the same.
So that is the point. So if you die, if a person dies now, he
Okay.
goes to another house. So
Okay.
the mind will not change for him immediately, because whatever you have worked, it will continue with you. Your
Whatever.
mind did not change because you changed the position. Your mind
Okay.
will change because of your sadhana. So whatever sadhana you did changed, say you did 20% cleaning of your consciousness, you go to
Hmm.
another place, you have to start from 21. It is like
Okay.
you go to another body also, you have to start from 21 only.
Hmm.
You cannot say, Arey, there should not be anything from me. No, you only clean 20%. You have to work from 21 only, next life, wherever you
Absolutely,
go.
that I understand. That I understand. But prarabdha, in terms of the, like, say, for example, the environment, feasibility of the environment, feasibility of the relations you get involved, that would be feasible for you to expedite or progress in your bhakti, is what I was trying to say, isn't it? The next birth that I get right now, I have the birth right now because of the prarabdha, and fortunately, I took up to practicing bhakti. But in the next birth, unfortunate that I was not able to get to perfection in this life. So the next birth will be completely feasible because the goal is bhakti and attaining perfection. For whatever XYZ reason, I was not able to get perfected here. So that prarabdha, like the prarabdha in terms of like whatever the fixed thing, like, your body, your relations, the family you're born in, they all are going to be very, very feasible for the sadhaka in the next birth, is what I was saying, because the prarabdha is not the same as you had in your previous lifetime. That was my question, Prabhuji.
I say
If there is
now,
no
why you did
prarabdha,
not?
right, in the
Okay,
next life.
my question is, why
Huh.
you could not perfect your life in this birth? What is the reason you could not perfect in this life?
Because it could be like, lack of knowledge, like, we don't get to understand everything and everything about the process, how you need to progress, how you need to and there could be challenges to sustain, right? I mean, lot of things, right? See, this could be the first birth the sadhaka has taken to path of bhakti. So there could be that, to get to that perfection stage, it is like, complete shuddham. One needs to be complete shuddham in the heart, right? So which is missing, lacking in this particular life, and you're practicing bhakti, and that is gradually taking you to kind of purification. But just that, something is missing, you could not attain that
What is
perfection
missing? I'm
point.
asking. What is missing in this life?
Could be that right sangha, or right the way you practiced itself. In the practice itself, you might have committed some offenses, right? Seva aparad, nama aparad, those kind of aparadas, right?
So I will tell. That is the point.
Ah, ah,
See, you are given a particular situation,
ah,
and that situation you could not make it. Means, say now you are in third class. Now to
okay.
be promoted to the fourth class, you have to pass all the subjects in the third class. You should get
Mm-hmm.
proper marks. So
Right.
now in this life you are given a particular situation, particular association, and Krishna is telling you progress. But if you
Mm-hmm.
could not make it, you committed offenses, you are very laxed, Utsaha, Nishya, Dharya was not there, Vacho
Mm-hmm.
Vegam, Mantra, Krodha Vegam is not there, Pranadapi Chuna is not there. So all these things you could not commit. That means you remained in third class only. You are not promoted to fourth class. When you go
Okay.
to next life, Krishna will give you the same situation again, the third class situation only. You have to pass the third class to go to fourth class. You will not get a different situation. Not that suddenly you will get into 10th class when you go to next life. Everything is clear for you. No, you are a third class person, you will remain in third class only. Unless you clear all the subjects of third, then only you will go to fourth. So you will repeat your life as long as you don't pass. Like say, if I am a devotee, if I have committed Vaishnava Aparad, or I am relaxed, I did not follow Vacho Vegam, I did not follow Trinadapi Sunichena, if I die like that, Krishna will keep me in the same type of situation next life also, and says, better now you follow the Trinadapi Sunichena. If I come to my senses, Array, I did not do last life, at least now let me be serious, let me be sincere. And if I from 22 I reach to 60%, Krishna again will put you in the same type of situation. You have to clear everything, then only you go to the next level. It is not that my prarabdha is not there, last life only gone. No, Krishna will continue to take your prarabdha next life and make you to continue to do like that. It is not going to change.
Then what is that we need to understand from the shlokam in Bhagavad Gita that, I will take care of the sadhaka in terms of giving him that right environment so that the sadhaka can progress
He's
faster?
giving the same right environment only. He is giving you the best environment. He is very intelligently designing everything for you. He is telling you have this problem. You are in third class, and third class exams are like this. Your mother-in-law will be like this. Your father-in-law will be like this. Husband will be like this. Children will be like this. Your wife will be like this. So all the things are Krishna's arrangement only. He is telling you develop gratitude, respect, humility in this situation, then he will take to the next level. Again, there also you have to further develop your humility, gratitude, respect. It is not that Krishna don't know your situation. Krishna knows best. He only designs a situation, and he wants you to change. If I say, okay, in this lifetime I don't have good relation with my friends, relatives, and no mother-in-law, father-in-law, husband, wife, and all, and I'll do my things, and then next life Krishna will give me better. No, no, no. Krishna says, no, no, no. I gave you, you didn't pass. Again, do it again, again repeat, again repeat, and in one fine day I properly do the things which I am supposed to do in this what I am supposed to do, then Krishna will take me to the next level. So it is happens like that. It is not no by Krishna does some magic. Krishna don't want to do magic. He want us to change. Say if your child is not passing third exams properly, you want her to repeat. Not that you are angry with your child. You want her to learn third, fourth, fifth. You have so much love for your child, and you take your third class child and put in a engineering college. What will happen to her? Will she be comfortable there? No,
It's a
she's not fit for it. She will not understand anything. So suddenly you are taken and put in Vaikunta. Now suddenly we go to Vaikunta. We cannot stay for few hours also there. We will be completely, he says, where is my personal time? You'll ask. There nobody has personal time. Everybody is with Krishna 24 by 7. You will say, where is my personal time? And today is Nirjala Ekadasi. Whole day we have to chant. And we say, okay, one day is okay, but every day I cannot do Nirjala Ekadasi because we want our personal things. So we are not fit for Vaikunta now. So why will Krishna give Vaikunta? So whatever you are fit for, that much only he will give. So next life you will continue with whatever you are now. If you change, according to the change, you will get.
So in that way, prarabdha is something not kind of gone with this current life. It is something that continues till
See,
such time.
the word prarabdha is used when Maya takes charge. When Krishna takes charge, we don't call it prarabdha.
Okay, correction. Yeah, okay. Okay.
When Maya takes care, it is prarabdha karma. When Krishna takes care, we don't call it prarabdha. It is Krishna because prarabdha is the karma acts very mechanically, blindly mechanically. That's what inevitable yields reactions. So it is just a mechanical thing. But when it comes in Krishna's hand, he will not do it mechanically. He
Understood.
controls it. When to give, how much to give. It's all reactions are curated and managed for optimal spiritual development. Then how can you call prarabdha? It's not action and reaction. No? There is some intervention in it, some intelligence is used.
Right. Right. Excellent. Thank you so much. But this is where I had disconnects there. So, of course, it's not that fully I'm kind of, able to perceive the way you explained. So I'll go over this again, and if I have questions, I'll again bother you on this piece, Prabhuji. Thanks again. Hare Krishna.
Vrindavan Gopal.
Correct, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, the question I just want to ask a question, but like further to the Mataji's question. So, regarding Prabhuji, like we were telling, in case of there are two types of karma, like aprarabdha karma, which are unmanifested karma. Those will be uh, cleared by the Lord, right? So karma are nothing but the impressions, like whatever previous impression we had, so those will be cleared by the Lord, right? And this current in prarabdha karmas or whatever the current impression we are having of this of life. So our body is also a result of our previous karmas only, right? So we are having certain kind of nature, certain kind of thinking ability, right? Certain kind of way of behaviors and all that. So those will be there. So now when we say here ki unprarabdha karma or unmanifested, whatever that previous impressions are there, those have been destroyed. But still we are having some prarabdha karma or impression of this life, because whatever impression we are having in this life, they are also result of our previous karmas only. Then exactly when we are saying ki unprarabdha karmas are gone, then exactly what is going, like what is getting destroyed?
See, I told na two things are there. Karma means one is reaction part, one is the impression part. So reactions are gone and impressions are gone. Both are gone from the what we have to come in the future. Only this lifetimes they are remaining.
Oh, means whatever action we'll be doing or whatever impression we'll be creating into this life, only those impression will be there, is it?
Yes, yes, yes. Past lives are removed.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Only this
Okay.
lifetimes Krishna takes care. Last time he says, okay, fine with it. No worry. I'll remove it.
Okay, then means we have to only take care about in this life, we have to like behave in a such way that we don't have to create again some new impressions which are not
Yes.
favorable. And we have
Yes.
to try to create a favorable impressions related to like devotional impressions, right? We
Spiritual
have to do
impression.
the
Yes.
we have to do the both processes, project, right? We have to don't have to create a negative impressions, and we have to create a positive spiritual impressions, so that because what this anartha nivritti project, it's happens only by our endeavors, or then where is the part of the like mercy of the Lord? Like many times we hear ki whatever anarthas will be there, those will not be get removed by our endeavor, but it will be by removed by the Lord only. Lord only withdraw his material energy, then that anarthas will be gone. So exactly here,
Lord removes, bro. When he sees that we are doing sadhana, means we are telling Lord, please remove, please remove, please remove. So every day you are telling 16 times, 16 rounds of Hare Krishna into 108 times. You are telling Lord, please remove, please remove. Lord says, okay, fine. You really don't want, I'll remove. So ultimately he will only remove. But for him to remove, we have to ask him intensely. So more intense sadhana means more intensely we are asking him to remove.
okay, means we have to show our
So
sincerity,
remove is
and we
done
have
by him,
to.
but we have to only ask him.
Okay, okay. So basically, whatever, if you are asking something, that same sincerity has to be reflected into that. So God will take, Lord will check whether He is really want it from heart or only just taking it.
Really you want to get rid of not, that's actually what Lord is watching. If he sees that we really want to come out of it, Lord, see, for Lord to remove our anarthas is just a fraction of second. So he can immediately remove, but he really want to see we want to come out of it or not.
Yeah. Okay, okay. And those will be reflected by our sincerity, like how we'll say, pick our
See now,
choices.
yeah, now today, Nirjal, if somebody is sitting and chanting 192 rounds, Krishna understand this fellow will go.
Understood, understood. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Shakti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
To put it in short, whether we are not doing bhakti or we are doing bhakti, until we don't change our attitude, nothing will change. Right, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Okay. So karma without knowing will be taking birth suffering. Once we take up bhakti, you change your attitude, do bhakti nicely, then you will be relieved. So we are in the path of bhakti. We have to have the right attitude and perform our sadhana along with the devotees, have nice friendship. Then you'll pass out, pass the exam. Correct,
Yes.
Prabhuji? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Any other questions, comments? Big question.
Hare Krishna Bodhan. Prabhu, Prabhu, this desire and tendency to enjoy as a goal and as anartha. So, Prabhu, what is the thin line difference?
It is our understanding, bro, or knowledge. That's all. Now you have knowledge. So if you have proper knowledge, then it will not be your goal. It will be anartha only. But if you don't have proper knowledge, then it becomes our goal. Like say now, for children, what goal we give is what type of guidance is there. Based on that, their goal will be there. So we have to guide the children accordingly. So they will develop the goals also accordingly. So you tell, life is for enjoyment. So their goal will be enjoyment only. If you tell life is responsibility, then their goal will be responsibility. So it's based on how you want to give. So what type of goal is based on what type of knowledge you use.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, comments? Okay, thank you all very much. All the best for Nirjala Ekadasi. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam, some questions. Okay, aprarabdha is in past life. What about past sinful karmas in this? Are they removed, or does Lord give us suffering to purify those karmas? Yes, Lord utilizes them to give us purification. Yeah, I will share the